through the self-quiz real quick. So the first one, they want you to evaluate without a calculator. So remember the way we do this, you take the top number, break it down until you get the highest number on the bottom. So that would, in this case, that'd be 6 factorial. You leave the top one alone, so that's going to cancel. The bottom one you expand, so that becomes times 2 times 1. These cancel out. I would reduce the 2 and the 8 to get 4, and I just get 28. Same thing here. This is written like in combination form, but it's the exact same thing. You just rewrite it, so it's 7 factorial over 4 factorial, top one over the bottom one, and then you subtract them. 3 factorial. And we're going to do the exact same idea. We'll get the top one, we'll break it down until we get to the highest one on the bottom, which in this case is 4. So 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 factorial. Leave the top one alone because that's going to cancel. And then the smaller one you break apart. So 3 is same thing as saying 3 times 2 times 1. 4 is reduced. 3 times 2 is 6. That cancels the 6. And I get 7 times 5 is 35. Yes, you can also do Pascal's triangle, and you can also do it using your calculator. I want you to expand this one all the way. So we're going to expand this one fully. So remember the way we do that? We take the top number here. And we go 3 over 0. And then we do the first term and then the second term. And we keep on going. First term. Sorry, 3 over 1 and then first term, second term. Let's keep on going until they match. So 3 over 2. First term, second term. And then lastly, 3 over 3. Now I can stop. First term, second term. Okay. And then we do the powers. Remember the bottom number here, that's C, or the R, sorry, matches the second one here. So 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. And then these two powers here, the power you don't see, and this power there has to add up to be the top number. So in this case, 3. So it'll be 1 and a 2, 0 and a 3, 2 and a 1, and a 3 and a 0. Then all we have to do is simplify this. Now, 3 is one of my favorite ones because anytime it's over 3 to 0, it's 1. 3 to the 1 is always the top number 3. 3 over 2, the difference is 1, so it's always the top number 3. And 3 is 3, they're the same number, so it's 3. Right? Again, lots of ways to do it. You can put in your calculator, you can use Pascal's triangle, you could do it by hand. But these short ones you should know. Anytime the bottom combination is 0, it's just 1. Anytime the bottom combination is 1, it's the top number. Anytime the difference is 1 between the things, it's the top number. And anytime they're the same, it's 1. Why did I put a 0 there? Why did I put a 3 there? That is a 1. So there we go. Now we simplify the rest. X to the third. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So 3. X squared is just x squared. Anything to the first power just stays the same, so this is still negative 2y squared. Remember, we're multiplying, don't add that stuff. That's a 3. That's an x. When you square, you're squaring both of them. So it becomes a positive 4, and it becomes a y to the 4th. So 1. Anything to the 0 power is also 1. And then here, again, you're cubing both of them, so it stays negative, and that becomes a y to the 6th. Power to a power you multiply. So like that. And that could simplify a little bit. So that's x cubed. Multiply that, so it'll be, I guess, technically minus 6x squared y squared plus 12xy to the 4th minus 8y to the 6th. There's the answer there. Then when we find the fourth term in the expansion of the following. So again, I just want a term now, so we did the hard stuff already. So the fourth term of this, so I would start at 8, 0, then 8, 1, then 8, 2, and then 8, 3. Right, so I just need to expand 8, 3. Again, anytime it's asking for a certain term, it's always 1 less because you start counting at 0. But I just like to write this out just in case. So we just expand that out. So 8, 3, first term, second term. And then remember the bottom of the bottom one has to match the power of the second, and then these two powers have that up to be 8. So this is a 5. 8, 3, I don't know off the top of my head. I could do the formula if I want. So let's find out what 8, 3 is. You can also use your calculator. I'm fine with that here. 8 factorial over 3 factorial, 5 factorial. I just want to practice though. It'd be 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 all over 3 times 2 times 1 because that's a smaller one times 5 factorial. These cancel out. 3 times 2 is 6, so I get 56. Then x to the 5th, 3 to the 3rd is 27. Probably should just use my calculator because I'm going to multiply these anyway. I'm going to use my calculator there. 56 times 27. I get 1512, 1112. If you want to make sure I did the one correctly, by the way, 8 math. I could fill the. Did you do that correctly? Yeah, I did. 56. Next one, self-quiz, is my favorite one. Find the coefficient of x to the fourth in this expansion. Remember, I love these. So write what we know. In that case, they don't give you that much information. They tell you want the x to the fourth for this. So we write what we know. How would I write all these? Like how we always start it off. We start with the 7. We start with the first term, and we start with the second term. And what do they want? They want x to the fourth. So that dictates what your power is going to be. So my x here, I want it to be the fourth power. That lets me know that if that's a 4, what power has to be here? A 3. And if that's a 3, that makes this a 3. Now, after that, we just expand it all the way. So this will be x to the fourth. This will go to both. So 2 to the third is 8. Y to the third. And then 7, 3. I'll do this one by hand also. Let's do 7, 3, which equals 7 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial. So it'll be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. 3 times 2 times 1, because that is a smaller one, and then times 4. These cancel out. That was cancel out that, and I get 35. I feel like we did this one already. I should have just used my answer from before. And then we get this, and then you multiply them together. So 8 times 30. The way I would do this, by the way, if you're wondering how do I do 35 times 8? Just 30 times 8 plus 5 times 8. That's all I'm doing, because break it up. This is 40. That's a lot easier. And then this would be 240. So I get 280. X to the fourth, y to the third. So there you go. This would have been the extra credit I would have gave you guys right at the Pascal strength to the 8th row. So if you want to do that, a lot of people actually mess this up. You always start with the 1. That's row 0. That's not considered the 8th row. Then you go 1 on the sides, row 1. Then you go 1, add these up, 2, 1. And just keep on going. So 1, add these up, 3, 3, 1. That's the 3rd row, by the way. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. A lot of times people mess up this one. There should be a 1, 2. They should grow. You never skip. You should go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you add one more term. So this is what people tend to forget. It's the 1, 1. Anyway, I gotta finish this off still. 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. That's row 5. 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, 1. Row 7, I can do one more row, which is row 8. So you add these up, you get 8, 28, 56, 70, 56, 28, 8, and 1. And there we go. By the way, if you're expanding this would be, look, we went to row 7, right? Let's look at the one I just did. 7, 3. And the way that works, it's be 7, 0, 7, 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 35. So some people just like to write this out on the back and then use it for the whole quiz or test. Anyway, that was a self-quiz.